line matchup. We are all set to go. On the Ravens of San Antonio. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring? From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the... Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. Has it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Oh, an absolutely filthy joke. He's got some space now. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Sack of the game. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Lance to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Condors get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. They begin with a run by Davis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Tough spot here, third down and 11. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On third down, Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't.
Game you play and third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And taken right at the 35. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
From the gun, it's Lance. Going up top for Miller. And this is caught. Touchdown! Kendre Miller with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Condors lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Condors 14, Ravens nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect?
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Let's take it inside his own 40. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score. Condors.
How about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Rolling to his right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
When you look at this defense, they played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Jackson throwing complete there to Flowers. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down. From the gun, a give to Davis. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Slot man moves right. On 2nd down, here's Lance. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 18. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Lance now on 1st down. He completes this one to Mack. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
On play action, Lance. He'll buy some time right. And he's got it. Touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Condors are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Jackson. 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. He got 29 yards that time. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Jackson now. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through.
I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So he stopped for no gain, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Davis. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Underneath for Miller. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. To throw, it's Lance. Flushed out. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Again, it's Davis. Broken tackle. Davis lost it. It's loose.
Wow, that ball was not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Jackson now off the bootleg. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. It's Davis on the counter. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Running lanes were to frame him in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They go play action with Jackson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game. And he's got a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's Davis to run again on 2nd. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Brings up 3rd down.
Davis, he'll try to run for it. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Jackson to throw. Touchdown! Zay Flowers, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Tucker now to add the point after. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Micah Parsons, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Third down throw, and misses the target, incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Jackson. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the side relay all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The first down carry for Davis. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's Jackson. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Inside give to Davis. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Jet sweep. Here comes Marshall. On this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle to Davis. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And here's Davis to run again on 2nd. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
To throw is Jackson. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Bryan Bresee, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. They'll have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
I think the best offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
And we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And in this situation with a lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now a play fake. Lance. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Micah Parsons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down the line before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like throwing. Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Jackson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here with Miller. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On 3rd down, Miller. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. Oh, nice move. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that,